Okay, students, in this video we'll be taking English phrases and clauses and rewriting them algebraically. Okay, so that's what we're going to learn how to do today in this lesson. That's very important stuff. It's not that difficult, but it's really important that you learn how to do this for future word problems that we're going to be looking at. Okay, so your heading today, please copy this in your notes, is writing algebraic expressions. Writing algebraic expressions, lesson 1.5, and be sure and include today's date. Alright? Writing algebraic expressions, lesson 1.5, and be sure and include today's date. Now, in the previous lesson, lesson 1.4, we already did a little bit of writing algebraic expressions. Okay, hopefully you remember that. We are going to continue doing that in this video. However, the problems will be a little more difficult. It is so very important that you learn how to do this for when we get into word problems. So please work hard at this. The first thing we need to do is write down two words that have a mathematical meaning, okay? So here we go. Write down these two words, please. The first one is of, and the second one is. Write these two words down and what they mean. In mathematics, when you see the word of, it means to multiply, okay? In mathematics, when you see the word is, it means, should have a S right there, it means equal, okay? So of means multiply, and is means equal. Please copy that in your notes if that's a little confusing. It'll make sense later once we start using that in the problems today, alright? Now, there are other words, of course, that have a mathematical meaning. Sum means to add, difference means to subtract, product means multiply, etc. But we'll kind of learn these as we go along. Plus, you should have already learned them in the past already, but most of them are really common sense. And so we'll cover those as we come across those. Let's go ahead and jump right into this and start practicing how to write algebraic expressions. So we're going to do problems now. The rest of this video we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 problems. Okay, so here we go. If you can do these quickly and you want to work ahead, that's fine. And fast forward, I don't mind that. Just make sure you check your answer before you go to the next problem, okay? Alright, here we go. 3 more than the quantity 5 times a number n. Now let's take this very, very slowly. If I told you I had $3 more than you, that means I would add 3 to your wallet, right? If your wallet had $5 and I had $3 more than you, that means I would have $8. We understand that, okay? So when we see the words 3 more than, we know we're adding. Got it? Now what are we adding to? What are we adding 3 to? Now I'm going to go really slow. Watch this. What am I adding 3 to? What number or what phrase? Am I adding the 3 to? Well, it says 3 more than what? What word do you see? A quantity. So I have 3 more. So I'm adding 3. And I have 3 more than what? A quantity. Now a quantity usually means parentheses. Usually, okay? Because it means we're going to have a quantity. What is that quantity? 5 times a number n. So 5 times a number n. Don't put an X, that's too confusing in algebra. Put a dot. And then instead of the dot, if you want to, you can just put 5 in. And there we go, we're finished. Let's look at it again. Let's really take our time, okay? Step by step by step, okay? First of all, I saw the words 3 more than something, so I knew I was adding 3. Got it? I knew I was adding 3 because it said 3 more. Now, 3 more than what? A quantity. So I knew it was going to be a group, so I put parentheses, okay? What's the quantity? 5 times a number n. 5 times, I know it says, you're probably thinking it should say 5 times a letter n, because n's a letter, but not an algebra. Remember, variables stand for numbers. That's why they said a number n. So 5 times a number n, 5 dot n, or 5n. And here's your answer. You just took an English English phrase, and you wrote it algebraically. There you go. By the way, what's the difference between a phrase and a clause? Well, a phrase is just a phrase. A clause would be when you have a sentence like right here. Here's a sentence. 25 is the quotient of a number y and 3.5. That's a sentence. So we call that a clause. A phrase is when you don't have a sentence. This just says 3 more than the quantity, 5 times the number. It's not really a sentence, okay? So that's the difference between a clause and a phrase, okay? So we just took a phrase and we wrote it algebraically. Let's try another one. I'll wait a second here while you copy that down. Go ahead and copy that in your notes, please. I'm going to sit here and wait a second. Copy that down, please. 2 less than the sum of 6 and the number n. Now, here we go. 2 less than. Let's go back a page. 3 more than means you added 3. Now, some students see 2 less than. They think 2 minus. That's wrong. I have 2 less than something. Listen, if I told you I had 2 less dollars than you, let's say you had $5 in your wallet and I had 2 less, I subtract 2 and that means I have $3, right? If you have $5 in your wallet and I have 2 less than you, then I have $3. So it's not 2 minus something, it's something minus 2. 2 less than means you're taking 2 away from something, alright? So it's 2 less than. Now what is it 2 less than? Like in the last problem it was 3 more than a quantity. We have 2 less than a what? A sum. So if we have a sum, I'm going to put a parentheses because really that means I'm adding 2 numbers together. So it'd be very wise to put a parentheses around them, okay? So it's not 2 less than 6. It's not 2 less than a number m. It's 2 less than a sum. So I'm subtracting 2. 2 less than. What am I subtracting it from? A sum. Now the sum of what? Sum means add. What am I adding? Well, it's the sum of 6 and a number m. And there we go. Now you could actually simplify that. I'm not worried about that now. This is Algebra 1. We'll learn how to simplify that later this year. But for right now, just write the algebraic expression. So this is a phrase. It's not a complete sentence. This is a phrase. So we just took a phrase and we wrote it algebraically. Alright? 2 less than, so I'm subtracting 2. 2 less than what? A sum. So I put a parentheses for my sum. And sum means add. So what am I summing or what am I adding? 6 and a number m. Okay, these are definitely more difficult than the other day. Alright, number 3. I'll wait a second here while you copy this down. Please copy this in your notes. A number x is decreased by the sum of 10 and the square of a number y. A number x decreased by the sum of 10 and the square of a number y. Please copy that down. Okay, please copy that down. Alright, now let's take it left to right like we're reading a book. A number x is decreased. Now, when it says 2 less than something, that means you're making something become 2 less. You're subtracting 2, you're minusing 2. This is a number x is decreased, so you're decreasing the x. So a number x decreased. So we're subtracting. Look, if I said 10, if I told you guys 10 was decreased by 7, well, that means you have 10 was decreased by 7. You're left with 3. 10 decreased by 7, so x decreased by, now stop. It's not decreased by 10. It's not decreased by y. It's decreased by a what? A sum. So put a parentheses because we're going to sum something. Now sum means add. So what are we adding? The sum of 10 and the square of y. So 10 plus, now what's the square of y? You know what that means, guys? We've learned that. Y squared. There it is. Let's start at the beginning and do it again. A number x is decreased. A number x decreased. So here's about what am I adding? 10 and y squared. The square of a number means y squared. So I'm summing or I'm adding 10 and y squared. If you're lost on any of these, feel free to back them up and watch it again. Okay, that's what's good about a video class, okay? Alright, next problem, number 4. We're going to do 8 of these, okay, just so you guys some light at the end of the tunnel. It's number 4. Now, if you work ahead, that's fine, but make sure you get it right. 25 is, okay, 25. Now, we learned way back here at the beginning of our notes today the word is usually means equal, and the word of is usually going to mean multiply, okay? So 25 is, so 25 equals the quotient. Stop. What does quotient mean? Divide. So what are we dividing? A number y and 3.5. Now you could put y divided by 3.5, and I might give you credit. I would probably take some points off because in algebra you should write it like this. A fraction y divided by 3.5. So there it is. 25 is equal sign quotient. So I put a division sign or fraction sign. What am I quotienting? What am I dividing? Y and 3.5. So y divided by 3.5. That was probably the easiest one yet, to be honest with you. Okay, number 5. 9 less than the product of 10 and the number t is 11. Okay, we don't panic, we relax. We start from the left and work our way across. 9 less than, so we're subtracting 9. Think way back here, remember? 2 less than means we're subtracting 2. It means something has 2 less. So 9 less than something, so we're taking 9 away from something. 9 less than, not 10. 9 less than d, no. 9 less than 11, no. 9 less than what? The product, so we're subtracting 9 from a product. Now, what is the product? Product means multiply. I shouldn't use X, should I? So what am I multiplying? The product of 10 and d. 10 times d is, what does is stand for? Equal is what? Look at that, booyah. Not too bad. 9 less than, so we're subtracting 9. 9 less, so I put minus 9. 9 less than what? A product, so I put parentheses for my product. Now what am I producting, or what am I multiplying? The product of 10 and d, so 10 times d is 11, equals 11. Now 10 dot d is really 10d, so 10d minus 9 equals 11. I would give you credit for this, or for this, either one, okay? Alright guys, if I'm going too fast, back them up and watch them again. Number 6. Number 6. A number t increased by the sum of 7 and the square of another number s is 10. Okay, a number t increased by a sum, so a number t is increased. Now if it's increasing, I'm adding to it, I'm not subtracting it. If it said a number t decreased by something, then I would put a minus sign right here, okay? It says t increased, so I'm adding a number t increased by what? By 7? No. By the square of another number? No. It's increased by a what? Sum, so put a parentheses. Now what is my sum, or in other words, what am I adding? 7 and the square of another number s, in other words, s squared. So I'm adding 7 and the square of s, or in other words, s squared, so I'm adding 7 and s squared. 7 plus s, I put a little line here so it looks like a 5 that way, squared, is equals 10. 10. Why'd I put 10? That's funny. 10. There we go. And that's it, guys. A number t So here's my t. Increased, so I put a plus sign. It's increased by 7. No, it's increased by a sum. So I put a parentheses. And then so I'm in parentheses, I put my sum. My sum is, what am I adding? What am I summing? What am I adding? 7 and s squared. So 7 plus s squared. Then it says is equals, and then 10. So I put a 10. And there, my math geniuses is the answer. Okay? Alright, problem number 7. Here we go. 14 plus, well, that's easy. 14 plus. Plus what? Plus 12? No. Plus y? No. 14 plus a product, so put a parentheses. Now what am I producting, or what am I multiplying? Because product means multiply. 14 plus the multiplication of 12 and a number y is let. Now be careful, you see is, so you think equals, but hold on. It doesn't say is, it says is less than or equal to. Less than or equal to 50. They threw you a curveball there, be careful. And that's what, when I taught you guys way back at the beginning, I said to you, I was very careful. I chose my words carefully. I said, of usually means multiply, is usually means equal. I said usually because I knew sometimes you got to read a little bit past the word is. Sometimes it will say is greater than or is less than. So here it's not just is, it's this entire phrase. Less than or equal to. Alright? And that of course goes with this right here. Alright? 14 plus what? The product. So I put parentheses. Product means multiply. What am I multiplying? 12 and y. So 12 times y is less than or equal to. Less than or equal to 50. Now that's a good answer. That's a perfect answer, but you could also put 12 times y is just 12y. If you want to put that, that's up to you. Okay? And booyah, we are moving on. Okay? Alright, number 8, last one. Please copy that in your notes. The product of 25 and the number m of club membership is greater than or equal to $500. Alright, students, here we go. The product, so I know I'm multiplying something. The product of $25 and m. The product of $25 and m of club memberships. That's fine. No, I'm sorry. You see the word of here. It does not mean multiply here. It's telling you, listen, it's telling you what m stands for. The number of m of club memberships. The number m of club memberships. So m is the number of club memberships. In this case here, of does not mean multiply. Okay. The product of, so we're multiplying 25 and the number m is greater than or equal to $500. Now that's about the best I can do on these guys, okay? Actually, 25.m could be written like this if you wanted. 25m is greater than or equal to $500. You can put the dollar signs or you don't have to, it's up to you. Okay, so the product, so I put a dot. The product of what? 25 and the number m, so 25 times m is greater than or equal to $500, and there's your answer. Okay, so guys, it's really not super deep today, and I really didn't need to give a lot of notes as in terms of things to write down. It's just practicing these problems. I'm going to give you a lot of practice in your homework because you need it, and they're not super difficult, but they need to be understood. Okay, you need to understand this material. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to